Hi, welcome back to my northern farm. Today I'm making breakfast pizza. And a normal pizza. But I have to start off by making the dough. And people told me this is pretty good dough, so you can try it, see if you like it. Let's get started. So I'll throw the flour into the bowl, which is 3 1/3 cups of flour, 2 teaspoons of salt, mix the salt in, over here I have 1 1/3 cups of lukewarm water. I'm gonna add in roughly 2 tablespoons of my honey, so I raise bees. Just gotta melt it. 4 1/2 teaspoons of dry pizza yeast. Let it sit until it foams up. So this recipe is doubled, and you can do 4 small pizzas, or you can do 2 large pizzas, 14 to 16 inches wide, depending on how thick you like it. But so now I'm gonna add the yeast, water, sugar mixture in to the dough. I always wash my hands before I cook anything, and I disinfected the counter really good because I'll be kneading this on the counter. I don't use a machine when I make my dough. I always do it by hand. So I start off this way, just mixing it so the water absorbs into the flour. Put it on the counter. Sometimes you have to add a little bit of water or flour. So I'm not done kneading it, but I just did give it a quick mix. So now I stick it over here in Saran wrap to let the dough rest for probably about 15 minutes, and it makes it easier to knead. So I'll be back in 15 minutes. So we're gonna unwrap this, see how much pressure in there already. That's only been sitting for about 15 minutes. See, now it's pretty sticky. I didn't add no water or flour when I started out. So now I'll knead it. Even if the pizza dough feels wet, don't get tempted and add flour because you don't need it. As long as you knead it right, it can be a little wet and it won't be sticky. So I'm going to cut it in half, roughly. So I'm going to make 1 large pizza. Put it on my oiled pan to rise. And then I'm gonna make 2 small pizzas. Usually I throw it in the fridge and let it sit overnight from this point on. But we're having it tonight, so I'm just gonna speed it up, the process. But usually it tastes better the next day, or even keep it in the fridge for 2 days. And it has a better flavor in the dough. So put a little bit of oil on top, so you put the Saran wrap on. Doesn't stick, and it keeps it from drying out. So I'm gonna actually make the breakfast pizza first. It's around lunchtime right now, so I'll save the other 2 smaller pizzas for mine and Jackie's supper. So I put a little cornmeal in this pizza pan here. Grab the pizza dough, spread that around so it doesn't stick. Using cornmeal makes the bottom nice and crispy. And then move it over to this pan and I stretch it now. Now let it sit in the pan and rise. So I'm gonna throw the pizza together now, the breakfast pizza. So I started making this probably about 11, 12 years ago. Someone mentioned something about throwing scrambled eggs on a pizza dough, and this is what I came up with. So sometimes I'll make the breakfast pizza, I'll put hollandaise sauce on it, and sometimes I won't bother. Just changes it up a little bit. But I've been liking the hollandaise sauce even more now. I make it sometimes homemade from scratch, but this is faster. I just use a package right here. And it makes it a little bit faster for making a pizza. I don't feel like breaking a bunch of eggs just to get the yolk out. My eggs are pretty small. So I start off hollandaise sauce on. So instead of for a pizza, you'd use pizza sauce, but for this, it's hollandaise sauce. If you have any heart problems or blood pressure problems or cholesterol, I probably wouldn't put this on your pizza because it is half a cup of butter and then the egg yolks that would be in the sauce, and milk would be probably fine. But so if you have any problems like that, I don't know if I would be having it, but it makes it taste a lot better, that's for sure. As you can see, I like a lot of sauce. And then sometimes I'll dip the crust in the sauce. So I have leftover sauce. Now the scrambled eggs. Like to spread them out. Making this, you can also pour the egg mixture on and it'll actually cook in the oven. But I don't do that because you're risking a mess. So now I put on the marble cheese. Bacon. Sausage. You can use breakfast sausage too. This is Italian. Just using what I have. Mushrooms. I normally put on some green or peppers, orange peppers or whatever, but I don't have any. Thought I had some in the freezer. And then I had a pair of scissors here. Right over here. Little chives. The onion taste, but not too overpowering. And then in the oven. So I'll leave it in the oven for, I don't know, 5 minutes. Just enough that it holds together, then I'll take it off the pan and stick it right onto the pizza stone. So the trick of making this pizza good is you got to keep the oven at 550 and have a pizza stone. So basically this pizza recipe is pretty generic. You can take this recipe, put oil in the pan, make like a fried pizza, or push it out on flour, or make it thin crust, thick crust. Every way makes it taste different. So, and I like the cornmeal because it makes it crispy and it gives it a good flavor. So I'll be back in a second to show you what the pizza looks like. So now I'm gonna put the pizza right onto the stone. That was hot. Ugh. Help cook the bottom faster and more even. So it's all done. It was cooked within 10 minutes actually. But see, it's nice and cooked on the bottom. I like it well done myself. So yeah, so you can lift it up no problem. Very good. My wife doesn't like breakfast pizza, so I'll be eating this all by myself. So I'll show you what the other pizzas look like. I'm not gonna take you through the process of making them, but I'll show you the end result. Here's our two small personal size pizzas. One meat and mushroom and olives, and the other one just veggie pizza for Jackie. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.